Hello YouTube and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I will be showing you guys how I transform these nails. So I'm going to start off with this drill, and I have the safety bit that I am using, and I am just going to be thinning out that layer of acrylic and taking off that layer of gel that's on my nails. I do currently have an overlay, and what I'm trying to do, I will be extending my nails, and for this process you really do not have to soak off your old set. Just as long as you can file them down thin enough, that's pretty much all that matters. And to me, I think this is a better alternative to removing the acrylic off completely, just because taking that acrylic on and off can be damaging, especially if you don't do it the right way. And this nail drill here that I am using, I got off of Amazon, and it was extremely cheap. And as well as the bit that I'm using, the drill that I have, it did come with some bits, but I wanted to just step up my game and get something a little bit better. So I did a lot of research, and I figured out that this was the best for me. And I will leave everything down in the description bar below. And a tip for beginners, no, I am not a professional. I am completely self-taught. I've been doing this since I was in middle school. But for a tip that I have that I learned the hard way is keep it moving with that drill. You don't want to stay in the same spot, because you can get what I like to call hot flashes. Other people call them different things, but basically it's when you leave that drill in that area for too long, and it causes this intense heat and pain, and it's so uncomfortable. So just keep it moving, file one area, and just keep going and go back to that area. Once that is complete, I am just dusting off my nails with that elf brush that I got from Walmart, and I am going in with a cuticle pusher that I also got from Amazon, and I am just pushing back my cuticles. You want to be very gentle in this process so you do not damage your skin or your nails. Next, I am going in with this cuticle drill bit. I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure. I'm not that technical with the names, but I'm going in with this cuticle drill bit, and it also came in that set that I was talking about of those other drill bits, and I'm just filing off that dead skin off of my nail plate that didn't come off while I was pushing back my cuticles. I just go in one direction and I go back in the other direction, and I do more of like a sweeping motion with it. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with this other cuticle bit, and this one's more of a round tip. And this one you're not going to use on your nail plate. You would actually use this on the skin to get rid of any of that dead skin that just happens to be hanging around, that's not exactly on that nail plate. And this step is not necessary, but it is crucial for flawless, more of like for a better presentation, that I may say. It just allows for that nails just to look a lot more professional. And I'm just doing that same motion that I did with that other bit that I just used. After I do that, I'm just going in with some nippers, and I'm just getting rid of any pieces of skin that's just still left over, that dry skin that just needs to be gone. And then after that, I'm going in with the sanding nail bit, and I am just taking off the shine off of my natural nails, just very slightly. It's on the lowest setting. After I do that, I'm just brushing off my nails, going in with some acetone and a cotton pad, and just getting rid of any dust and dirt. Next, I'm going with my ASAP's dehydrator, and I'm just putting that all over my nails. Next, I'm going in with my No Lifts primer, and I will just be applying that to wherever my nail is, and I love this primer. Only downside is the smell. So now I have my nail forms on, and I'm going in with my Mia Secrets clear acrylic powder and my Mia Secrets monomer, and I'm going in with this brush that I also got off of Amazon, and I am just going to extend my tip. And I apologize, you guys. I tried so hard to stay within the frame, and it was just a struggle. While I was filming, I thought I was in frame most of the time, but I'm going to try to do better in the future. So when I am building the tip of my nails, I love to just start with the tip itself and just really getting my form. You want this bead to be real thick so that way you can move it, but not too thick where it dries up on you too fast. And I'm still learning this process of having it not too thick and not too thin, but that does come with time and with practice, you guys. And I don't typically have a method as far as a 1 bead method, a 2 bead method, a 3 bead method. Like some people have that method. I typically just keep adding until I see what I like. I know sometimes people can kind of criticize each other about that, but if you're a beginner, all I could tell you is just to take your time and start off with small beads so that way you can get a better flawless application. I remember the first time I did my old nails, and y'all, it was a hot mess. So just take your time and be patient with yourself because it does come with time and practice. So this is what I was talking about when I was talking about having it too runny. The one that I did on my middle finger, it was way too runny. As you can see, it was like running down the sides. I was having to do a lot more cleanup than I typically would. So you would want something a little bit thicker than that bead that I picked up. I'm just showing you guys that method again. And this one was like a perfect bead. It wasn't too thick. It wasn't too runny. I didn't have to go in and do as much manipulation to the tip of that nail to get it to the way I wanted it. I kind of just plopped it on and it just kind of behaved the way I needed it to. And another tip I could give you guys is while you guys are applying your acrylic, just keep dipping that brush back into that monomer and brushing it off. That's a very important step, especially if you are, when you're a newbie, you don't know. And it can cause a lot of buildup on that brush, and you don't want to do that. Essentially, you're cleaning your brush as you go, and you want to do that so that way you don't have two nails that look good and then you have that buildup and then the rest just look donkey. So after I am done doing that and all my nails have dried, and you will know when they dry because it'll make a clicking sound, I'm just going in with the nail filer and I am just filing my shape. I'm going for more of a tapered, squared look, so I'm just filing the ends of that nail and the sides of my nails before I go back in with that drill. And as you guys can see, this is what I'm talking about when I say take your time, because the nails look pretty much really good without me having filed them yet or even using the drill on them. The shape is pretty spot on. You don't have areas that look really funky. Overall, the nails do look pretty good without any filing. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use my safety bit. And I love the safety bit just for the reason. It is called a safety bit for a reason, and very well so. This safety bit, it has a round tip at the end, which allows you to get as close to the cuticle area as possible without cutting yourself. This was something that I struggled with, and this is one of the reasons why I chose this particular set of drill bits, just because it allowed me to do what I have to do and be a little bit quicker with it without having to worry about, not getting as close as I want to, just because out of fear of I might cut myself. So what I like to do when I'm doing my nails is I like to start around that cuticle area. And for me, I call that more of sealing that cuticle area. The thinner that cuticle area is, it eliminates lifting. Then I move on to the tips and I go around that entire nail just to smooth it out for any bumps or lumps that may be there. And I just continue to file wherever I see it's needed. So I'm just going around that cuticle area again, going to that tip area and over all of the nail itself. I'm just filing wherever I feel that it needs to be filed. And this also helps ensure that you have a nice curvature to your nail that's very natural, that looks very good, and you can get the base shape as possible. Like I was saying, you guys can see when I am focused on an area, I still keep it moving. Even though I want to focus on a certain cuticle area or specifically on the tip, I will just move that drill around on that nail because you really don't want to stay in one spot. You really want to prevent that overheating, especially if you are practicing on clients or family members. You don't want to have that negative experience of, oh my goodness, I had this intense burning sensation on my hands while this lady was doing my nails or this guy was doing my nail. So just keep it moving. That is something that you really want to keep in the back of your head. Just keep it moving. And y'all, these nails are turning out so nice. Like, I don't know how to act right now, y'all. Once I am done with all that drilling, I am going to go in with the hand file. This step is not right. It's not like mandatory, but I just do that just to add an extra layer of, just to smooth out my nails and just have them look as best as possible. And no, you don't need to use a drill. You can just do hand filing if you want. Now I'm just going in with more of that alcohol in the cotton pad and taking off that dirt. And I'm going in with this cotton candy pink color. And I am just painting all of my nails. And I will put them in that lamp for about 60 seconds. And I will do 2 coats of that. And I will leave this color in the description bar. It was actually a set that I purchased. After I do my coat, my first coat, I go in with some acetone and a brush. And I just take off that excess color before you go under the lamp. Because once you go in that lamp, it is cured. And there's nothing you can do pretty much after that unless you just want to file that entire nail off. And ain't nobody got time for that. So after 60 seconds of it being cured and 2 coats later, I'm going in with some just regular black nail polish. And this one's from LA Colors. I believe I got this at Walmart or the dollar store. Then I'm going in with a brush, a very thin brush, and just drawing about 2 to 3 squiggly lines on my nails, like so. Then I'm going in with some acetone and that same brush, and I am just blotting that color. I'm not brushing it or tapping too hard. I'm merely just blotting that acetone on top of it and just letting the acetone somewhat disseminate that color. And this is how you kind of get a smoky effect. After we do that, I'm going to go in with another layer, and we're just going to kind of go either on top or above that line that was already made. You don't want to go exactly on top. You just want to be very close. Now I'm going to go back in with that acetone and that brush, and I'm going to do that same blotting method. But this time I'm not going to, apply as much as I did because I still want those lines to show through. I just want it to be a little bit more messy. Now I'm going in with my McCart's foil glue, and I am just applying this as if you would apply any top coat onto your nails. And this one you do have to cure under the lamp for 60 seconds. So after you cure for 60 seconds, I'm taking this nail foil. You want shiny side up, and I am just going to tack on that foil in random places. And y'all, I'm so impressed. So I'm going in with my Modalone's top coat, and I am going to cure that in my lamp for another 60 seconds. And y'all, these nails are popping, okay? So now going in with my Sally Hansen's cuticle oil. This is a vitamin E cuticle oil. And after I apply that, y'all, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube channel. I hope you guys like it. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.